Are you new to the game, or are you looking to get better settings because your settings absolutely suck? Well, then you chose the right video. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to get the best settings in Rivals. Just so you know, settings are not what make you good. They won't really change how you play too much, but they can help you out differently. But if you're bad at the game, they're not gonna magically make you good. But they can help you out and make you a little bit better, but they won't make you good. I just mean they'll help you. They're not gonna be life-changing, so default settings are fine. But if you want to spend a little time making your experience better, then this is the right video for you. So, settings. So, I'm going to be doing this on a computer, but you can do this on a device. Click on the See More option right here, and then go to the Change Your Crosshair and Hotkeys area. This is settings. There are 5 areas, or actually 6 areas, and we have video, audio, game, crosshair, hotkeys, and account. Now, all these settings change different stuff based off what they say. So let's start with the video. Performance. Optimize lighting and optimize textures. These are completely your choice. So when you turn them on, you'll usually have less lag and less game delay, but your graphics will look a lot worse, kind of like my graphics look. So this is personal preference, it doesn't matter too much, but if you want the best performance, turn these on. And optimized wraps, I don't think they make a difference. I've never seen a difference between them. Just makes it so you can't see other people's wraps. Then camera. So this is completely personal, but I say have the normal sensitivity. So sensitivity normal, while aiming normal, while scoped 50%. And this, most people keep them both at 100, but I think horizontal, keeping it at 80, makes it a little easier to aim, because aiming up and down is normal, but aiming side to side is a little slower, and I think it's a little easier to aim like that. So I keep it at 80% and 100%. So if you want to be like me, set it like that. Inverted X and Y, please keep that off. It just makes the game annoying. Field FOV, so I believe the normal is it's 80, and that's fine. It's definitely not horrible, but you want around 90 to 100. Anywhere from there is good. Now, the FOV is how zoomed in it is, and more zoomed in does mean it's easier to, I guess, hit your shots, but it also means you can't see anything around you. So you really want around 100. That's really pretty much all you need. Now, gameplay effects off. This is just like stuff from finishers, sprinting, etc. And having this off just makes it a bit easier to see stuff. And then non-scoped weapons, I put that at 70%, so let me quickly show you what that does. Let's go into shooting range, and for example, we'll get sniper and handgun, just to show, and some random weapons. This is a scoped weapon. It's a sniper, it's a scope. It zooms in more. This is a non-scoped weapon. You can still scope, but it's not a scoped weapon. So what this setting does is non-scoped weapons, when you scope it in, it's 70%. It changes your FOV, and scoped weapons 100%. So you choose whatever you like, but I personally think this. Some people put it both of them at 50, but I think this is good. Camera shake, that's off. All camera shake does is like when you shoot. I've never actually had it on. I immediately turned it off and didn't like it. Look at this. This is how some people play. Like, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's a lot harder to shoot a lot of bullets. Like when your camera's just shaking so much. Like, it literally looks like your whole screen shaking. So I have that off. Interference. So hide HUD. This is just it'll like hide all the stuff from your screen. You don't really need this on. It's not really that useful. So I would recommend having that off. Hide tasks. This is personal, but I recommend having it off. It just hides the tasks when you're playing games. And then keybinds interface. This is, you see right here, shooting range, leave shooting range, emote, that's all that. You can just hide that. So once you memorize it, you can just turn this off. Now padded HUD, it just changes, it makes everything a little smaller, like everything on your screen. I just recommend having it off or using controller. I personally don't like it, but it's personal preference. Display data, so that's what you'll see on the top right when you see the leaderboard. I have it as current elo. You can have it as whatever you want. This doesn't matter that much. Then we have graphics. Weapon inking, I don't exactly know what this does, but I just keep it off. I don't really know the difference. You can keep it on and off. It probably doesn't make a difference. Hide muzzle flashes. I keep this on because basically when you shoot, you got these like flashes you see on your guns, and hiding it just make it easier to see by a bit. But Still, always personal preference. It doesn't really change too much. Small differences that can help, but they don't change that much. Now, weapons background. This is for like making videos and thumbnails. These are, just keep this at default. Now, accessibility, damage flashes, outline. So there's 3 different versions. Enabled is what you normally start with. So, for example, let me reload my gun. When I shoot this guy, you see how he flashes red? It's better on the yellow guy. See, he completely flashes red, and it's fine, and then disabled just means this is how it look like with nothing. See, it doesn't flash at all. I think it looks good with outline. Now, this is personal preference. It doesn't change anything in gameplay, but I think outline looks cleaner, but this is completely your choice. Now let's go into audio. Audio doesn't matter that much, but I'll just quickly explain how everything works, and you choose what you like. Master volume changes the volume of everything. Music volume is just the music in the background, like when you start up the game and stuff. Finisher volume is when you kill something and you hear the finisher. Emote volume is just the volume of the emotes, and sound effects volume is literally everything else. Now gameplay. So this matters a little bit more than other things. So this is what we're gonna pick. So list, weapon picker. So usually you have grid. So if you've played the game without changing your settings, you know what grid looks like. But I have list. So to list of weapons. Now this, you choose whatever you think is better. I personally like list more, so I'm gonna use list. Now we're gonna go back to settings and signals on, damage numbers on. This just shows the numbers of your damage. Hide teammate display. If you turn this on and you play anything that has teammates, you're gonna hate yourself. Smooth projectiles on. And then controls. So I'm gonna quickly explain how all of them works. Toggle aim. So basically I have to hold down my shift to aim, but toggle aim means you just press it once. I have this off, toggle crouch off, toggle sprint off. You don't really want toggles, you kind of want to just hold down when you want to use, but it's kind of personal preference, but I feel like toggles are a bit annoying. Now auto sprint, I have this on actually, because I don't like having to like press a button to sprint. So I just automatically sprint, because there's really no need for me to be walking. I can crouch if I want to walk. Easy slide, I have this off, and easy quick attack, I have this off. So easy slide off means slide and crouch are 2 different buttons. So your crouch button, for example, my crouch button is C, and my slide button is Q. So let me just show you in, what's it called? Let me go back to settings to see what it's called real quick. Easy quick attack. And the reason I have this off is it doesn't make that big of a difference, but for example, say we're playing with Scythe, it doesn't matter too much with most weapons, but usually it just immediately dashes up. Kind of, I'll give you an example. There's like this, you see? When you have the easy quick attack, you just press F and it instantly does it. But without that, you get to have more control. It does this, and you can decide. So say you're like fighting someone, you want to go up, you can go up like whenever you want. So you have a little bit more control with your stuff. So I recommend having it off, but it is easier if you have it on. But that's why it's called easy quick attack. But the harder version I think is a little better, and it's not too hard. Quick attack keeping. Keep window, 0.25, and scroll equip. I have this off. I've never used it, so I don't really know too much of what it does, but I'm pretty sure when you scroll your scroll wheel, I don't have a scroll wheel, but when you scroll your scroll wheel, it should change your weapon, but I feel like that does get annoying, because you might do it in an accident, but I don't have a scroll wheel, so it doesn't matter for me. Handicaps. So I don't use handicaps, but if you do, these are what you want for the best experience, or not the experience, but to be the best at the game with your handicaps. So if you're playing on controller or mobile. Third person camera, touch controls, aim assist, custom, pull strength, 100%, auto shoot, custom, reaction time as low as you can, which is 25 right now, and accessibility, joystick dead zone. I do not know what this means, because I don't use a controller, but I heard you're supposed to put it around 20 to 10, so pretty low, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know too much about that. Now let's get into the crosshair. This is where it matters a little more. So the crosshair is something that you kind of make yourself. You choose whatever you like. So the crosshair is that little dot in the middle of my screen. I have it very simple, just 4 little dots, and when I'm just standing still, it's 1 little dot. And I'll show you what I personally like, and if you can use the same thing as me, or you can choose whatever you want. So general, so scale 100%, rotation 0, static off, show while aiming on, override specials off, scoped red dot on. Now I have bars enabled, color blue, spacing 0, length 2, thickness 2, transparency 10%, and shape round, and I have all these enabled. Then dot enabled, color red, thickness 2, transparency 10%, shape round. Circle, I don't like circles, though some people do, but I just think it gets in the way and it doesn't really help you that much, so I have it disabled. Then outline enabled. I personally think no matter what crosshair you have, please just have an outline. It just makes it look cleaner. But not all crosshairs need outlines, but I think it looks most crosshairs look better with an outline. It just makes everything look cleaner. Like, just look at that. So color black, thickness 1, and transparency 10%, type round, and hit marker. It's basically that thing, so you don't see it normally, but whenever you hit something, you get this little hit marker. So that's what we're changing here. Now, I have scale 100%, rotation 0, transparency 0, color, so when you hit someone it's pink, and when I critically hit someone it's red, and critical transparency is also 0. So that's how I have my crosshair, but you do crosshair however you want. But I personally recommend a smaller crosshair. Smaller, like as long as you can see it and it's small, I think that's good. Now hotkeys, these are my hotkeys so you can quickly look at them. I'm not going to say all of them, but I play on laptop, so people play on different things, so it's completely personal preference. Do whatever you think is easiest for you, and try to get as many good hotkeys as you can. That's pretty much it. It's completely personal preference for hotkeys. So those are my hotkeys. Now let's go to account. Now these are how my account set up. Notifications, delivery mode, instant. So this is your notification. So yeah, it instantly gives you a notification. Privacy, challenge request. This is just who can challenge you to a 1v1. I set it to everyone, but if you don't want people to challenge you, you can put nobody, or if you only want your friends to challenge you, you can put connections and party invites, everyone. I also have that everyone, but I recommend either connections or everyone. You most likely don't want it to nobody. And receive gifts. Why wouldn't you want to receive gifts? I mean, if you can't receive gifts, like, what are you losing from turning this off? So I just recommend having everything like normal. I'd never really messed with this. Yeah, those are my settings. Now I'm gonna quickly go into a match and show you how I play with my settings. Alright, we are now in a match. Let's do sandbox. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, I like sandbox. Experimental map. Hopefully they keep it. It's a pretty fun map. So let's just use my new pay-to-win weapons and have some fun. And I also got Warhorn recently. It's pretty fun. I actually like it. Usually, like, when your teammates use it, I don't notice it that much. But right now, I really like this because I can't aim. I literally can't aim. I'm about to die. Yep, I'm dead. Yeah, we all know I was losing there. Yeah, I'm not that good. But, you know, we're just going full pay to win. Who really cares? I mean, my friend gave me Robux for a reason, so I could have fun. Like, I love flamethrower. It's so fun. Yeah, now you can't kill me. Because you need to use, like, you use fire, so I use fire against you. Like, you fight, it's like fighting negative with negative. I almost created a black hole there. Oh shoot, I'm dead. Yeah, this guy's like way better than me. And yeah, he has a pretty good crosshair. Yes! Okay, maybe I can do this. Here, we're gonna switch to movement. Actually, I think movement's gonna be fun. With the knife. Except I have movement, just no aim. I tried knifing him, even though I already did enough damage to kill him. Yeah, I can probably win this. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. I think I'll win this. When you stand still like that, like, it's really easy to kill you, you know that. How? Why is he facing the wrong way? This guy using cheats? You gonna hit me backwards? You think you're gonna Molotov someone that's using movement? Oh, he scythed me. Not something I was expecting. I was not expecting him to scythe me. I'll be very honest. I should knife him, actually. I don't think he'll expect that. Oh, I missed. Why do I suck at aiming so bad? I'm about to die. One more hit on me and I'm dead. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm surviving this. Here, let's try one more thing. Oh, he has to miss his shots when I use the thing. The katana. Oh, I like daggers. Even though I have slingshot, daggers are still the GOAT. Ah, you gotta flame me with that fire. Ah. Well, we all know daggers came in clutch. Because, like, no one's beating daggers. I'll be honest. No one's beating daggers. Not yet. So yeah, those are my settings and how to use them in a good way. And I hope you enjoyed. Now, all of this is technically personal preference, so you could have completely opposite settings and still do just as good. Or I don't know if just as good, because the opposite settings might be really bad, like low FOV. But it doesn't matter too much. It's just small things that help you. So let's go a quick overview of my settings one more time, and then we're over with it. So I'm not going to say anything, I'm just going to show you. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and goodbye.